Hello guys, you're welcome to Joshua Okwuwe online math class. In our class, we're talking about percentage loss. Okay, sometimes businessmen and women sometimes incur loss in their business. And how can we calculate the loss sometimes that's incurred in the business? Today we'll be showing us how we can do this. And now when you're calculating percentage loss, or maybe in an examination you see a question requiring to calculate percentage loss over a transaction, there are key things that you need to take note of. First, you should be able to know how to calculate the loss. If you don't know how to calculate loss, please check our previous video that we uploaded and see how you can actually calculate loss. Secondly, you should be able to know the formula calculating percentage loss at any point in time. These two is very important when calculating percentage loss. Knowing how to calculate loss and then also knowing the formula used in calculating percentage loss. Now we have three questions on the board I will be using to demonstrate how we can actually calculate or find percentage loss. The first one that says that article bought at 5 for 25 naira were sold for 20 naira. Find the loss percent. What do we do? As usual, you write solution. So first we must first identify our cost price and then our selling price and then get our loss. Then before we now calculate the percentage, the loss percent or percentage loss. So first we're going to get our loss now. When we're calculating loss, loss is what? Is your cost price minus what? Minus selling price. So let's go back to the question. An article bought at 5 for 25 naira were sold for what? 20 naira. That means that the 5 articles that was bought for what? 25 naira were now sold for how much? 20 naira. So the cost price actually what? 25. While the selling price was what? 20. Was 20. So what is now the what? What is the loss now? The loss is actually 5 naira. So with this now we can calculate the what? The loss percent. Therefore, loss percent now is equals to what? Loss over what? Cost price times 100 over 1. So the loss is what? Is 5. The cost price is what? The cost price is 25 times 100 over 1. So this can go now. 5 here is 1. 5 in 25 is 5. 5 here is 1. 5 in 100 is what? Is 20, which equals to what? 20% loss. That is it. So the loss that was incurred from this very transaction is actually what? 20%. So it's not difficult again. What are the things that you need? When you see a question, first and foremost, identify your cost price, identify your selling price. Then the next thing you need to do now is to calculate your loss, and then after that, write out the formula calculating loss percent, and then substitute into that formula. You will get your answer like this. So let's use the second one again to demonstrate again what we just said now. He said a man sold a clock for 50 naira, losing what? 25 naira. Now this man sold it for what? 50 naira, losing what? 25 naira. Find the what? Percentage loss. If you look at this question, we don't know the cost price. The cost price is not given to us. So what are we going to do? No cost price. And we just said that we must know our cost price, get the selling price. So what are we going to do? Don't worry, we can easily calculate the cost price. Something is given to us in the question that will guide us to get the cost price. And what is it? The loss. Say he's losing what? 25 naira. So we can actually get that. That means that what? We go back to our loss. Loss equals to what? Cost price minus what? Selling price. We know the amount that the man lost. So this is number 2 now. So our number 2. Okay, let me bring it a little bit down here. Okay, so number 2 now. So using loss now. So loss is equals to what? Cost price minus what? Selling price. Now from the question, the loss is what? 25. We don't know the cost price. We need to get the cost price. Minus selling price was sold for what? 50 naira. That is it. So can I get it now? So cost price now is equals to what? So this minus 50 will come over here to meet 25. That will be 25 plus what? Plus 50. So cost price is equals to what? 75 naira. That is it. So when you collect items, okay, so this minus sign, if you cross the equality sign and come this way, it becomes what? It becomes plus. That is what? 25 plus 50 equals to what? Cost price. So which is the same as saying cost price equals to what? 25 plus 50. I hope that is clear. Okay, for somebody to say, what happened here? I don't understand. It's the same thing. Let me quickly run that here. If I'm calling items like saying 25, this one coming this way turns to what? Plus 50 equals to what? Cost price. That is it. So it's the same thing as this, okay? So 75 is equals to what? Cost price. 75 equals to cost price. Seen as saying cost price equals to what? 75. Okay. Good. So now we now know our cost price, we know the selling price, we know the cost price. So very easy, we cannot find what percentage loss. So therefore, percentage loss is equals to what? Loss over what? Cost price times 100 over 1. Very simple. Now we cannot substitute out. Oh no! Okay, yeah, the loss has been given to us from the question. Loss is what? 25. Okay, so 25 over the cost price. What is cost price? 75 times 100 over 1. Percent here. So what do we do? We cannot divide. Okay, 5 here is what? Is 5. 5 here is what? Is 15. Okay, 5 can still go. 5 here is 1. 5 here is 3. So leaving us with what? That is what? 100 divided by 3. 100 divided by 3. This equals to what? 100 divided by 3. How many 3 do I have in 10? How many 3 do I have in 10 is what? Is 3 remainder 1. How many 3 do I have in 10 again? Is 3 remainder 1 over 3%. So that is my answer. So therefore I can say profit percentage loss is equals to what? 33 whole number 1 over 3%. That is it. So it's very simple, not difficult at all. So that is our percentage loss. So please, in this question, you can see something now. You notice that the cost price was not given to us from the question, but you look at what and what is given to us in the question that will guide us to do what? To get those things. Because just as I said, for you to calculate your percentage loss, you must know your cost price, you must know your selling price, and then key again, you should be able to know how to do or calculate your loss, and then the formula calculating loss you should also know it. But in this question, the loss, okay, the loss has been given to us. So all we needed to do was just calculate what? The cost price. Now we have another question again. Said a man bought an article for 2,000 naira and sold it for 1,300 naira. Wow. Find his loss percent if he pays 150 naira on transport and 50 naira tax. Good. Now in this question, again, just as I said, we must first identify our cost price. Now, what is the cost price here? What is the cost price from this question? This the man bought an article for 2,000 naira. Is 2,000 naira the cost price alone? No. The cost of transportation 150 is also inclusive in the cost price. The amount paid on tax is also inclusive in the cost of that what article. So the cost price will now be what? 2,000 plus 150 plus 50. 2,000 plus 150 plus 50. So add all that together. That will give us what? 2,200 naira as what? As the cost price. So the cost price now is what? 2,200. So now the selling price is what? Selling price also from the question we'll be giving that as what? 1,300. So now we can easily calculate what? We can calculate the loss now. So loss is equals to what? Cost price minus selling price. That is equals to what? Cost price. What is the cost price? That is what? 2,200 minus selling price is what? 1,300. Now 2,200 minus 1,300, that will give us what? 900 naira as what? As the loss. Now the question says we should do what? Find his loss percent. We can ask it therefore loss percent or percentage loss equals to what? Loss over cost price times 100 over 1. What is the loss? The loss is what? 900. We just calculated that. Over the cost price is what? 2,200. 2,200 times 100 over 1. 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0. So leaving us with what? 2 here is what? 11. 2 here is what? 45. Yes, 45. So that gives us what? 450 over 11. 450 over 11. Now we can now write this as what? 11 here is 1. 11 in 45 is what? Is 4. Remainder 1. So put the 1 there, becomes 10. 11 in 10 is what? 11 in 10 is what? It's not possible. So we write 0. So the remainder is what? 10 over what? 11. Okay? 40 whole number, 10 over 11%. Or we can decide to continue. We can decide to do something like, we can decide to continue maybe using long division to get our answer in decimal. You can also do that using your long division. You find that you'll be getting a repeated number. But let's try it. Let's try it. However, this is your answer. But let's try to write this answer now. What is it now? 450 over 11. See, let's do this now. 450 over 11. So 11 outside, 450 inside. Let's see. How many 11 do I have in 40? In 45 is what? Is 4. 4 times 11 is what? 44. You subtract. This is 1. You bring down this, becomes 10. How many 11 do you have in 10? It's not possible. So you add your 0. Okay? Add your 0 and put point, and then add another 0 here. Okay? How many 11 do we have in 100? Is what? Is 9. 9 times 11 is what? 99. You subtract again. It becomes what? It becomes 1. Okay, 100 minus 99 is 1. How many 11 do you have in 1? It's not possible. So we write what? 0. How many 11 do you have in 10? It's not possible. We write another 0 up here before we drop another 0 here. Now, answer how many 11 do I have in 100? Is what? Is 9. 9 times 11 is what? 99. So when you continue, see you're going to continue like that. So your answer is what? Can also be said that what our loss percent is equals to what? 40.9%. And that is your answer. Okay, so you can decide to leave your answer in a mixed fraction like this or in decimal like this is the same. Okay, what you are going to be having a repeated word decimal. You see, going to be 90, 90, just continuously like that. So this to what? To 1 decimal place or to 3 significant figure. So that is it. It's not difficult at all. So again, what is the key when answering question under percentage loss? As I said earlier, identify your cost price. Second, identify your selling price. Third, you should be able to know how to get the loss by using the loss formula. And then finally, you should be able to remember, always know how to remember your percentage loss formula. Okay, so this is very important. Your loss, how to get the loss, and the percentage loss formula. Once you know them, substitute into the equation, you will get your answer. Not difficult at all. Mathematics is actually interesting. Thank you so much for watching. And please, if you have enjoyed what you have watched, we encourage you to please share our videos with your friends and family. And then if you have not subscribed to our channels, please just click on the subscription. It's actually free to subscribe. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything. And don't forget to like our video and drop comment in the comment section. Once again, thank you so much for visiting Joshua Okwuwe Online Maths. Bye bye.